Hi everyone, welcome back to Be Rich. We have something interesting to talk about today. What's happening with the US dollar? Lots of people are in the market, speculators who are betting that the dollar's bull run is over and it's starting to turn, and the pessimism which was there in the eurozone is starting to fade, that the war in Ukraine is getting sorted out in some shape or form, and the euro is going to get stronger and the dollar is getting weaker thanks to all the bank problems they've been having. And there's a lot of speculation in the market that it's time for the dollar to start moving downwards. On what do you say?
I think it is too premature. I think Japan will turn in the sense that the Japanese government will be forced to let go of this yield management thing. I do expect in a couple of years the yen to rally. But to expect that the euro will outperform the United States economy is a joke, right? Europe has more legacy problems that cannot be addressed, far greater than the American problem. So, to expect that the euro will gain big against the dollar is a big story, too big to swallow. Yes, in the short term, the dollar can fall because the dollar went to a 20-year high
True.
and it can correct against the euro and against the yen. To so much, some Indians were saying we are stronger than euro. And then you are at 83. Even when dollar is weakening, your rupee is not going up. The rupee is only between 81 and 83. So we are completely out of the picture. So when they talk about this, they are talking about UK pound, euro, and the yen against the dollar.
Yes.
Now let's clarify this. Now, what is the basis of this argument? The basis of this argument is that America is going to have a recession. It's going to be deep recession, and therefore the Fed cannot increase interest rates. And since the Fed cannot increase interest rates, the dollar cannot strengthen. Euro is growing, therefore euro can increase, and the eurozone can increase interest rates. In fact, they expect the British economy is done better than expected, so they are penciling in 0.5% increase in the pound. And when interest rates of eurozone and Britain go up, they expect dollar to flow from Britain to from in New York to
Your
Europe
continent is.
to the continent. What is the my flaw in this? First of all, dollar is already at an extreme high. It's already at 5.25. Neither the Bundesbank nor the English Bank of England have rates
Extra
at
credits.
5.5. Come May, we'll have to see. Yeah, I think in May, the way it is, he will increase by 0.25. So he is going to go to 5.5. There are people like some economists who say it has to be 6% because the inflation has never come to below 2 unless interest rates are higher than inflation.
Correct. It gets very sticky there.
Okay, most people are expecting it to be very sticky between 4 to 5. And if it is sticky between 4 to 5, Jerome Powell has no option but to increase interest rates. There are some in America who are arguing that the 2% interest rate is 2% inflation rate is untenable, and the rate has to go up to 3%. Right? Even if he goes to 3%, he is at 5.5%. From 5.5 to 3 is a long way off. Last inflation reading was very benign because the oil had corrected deeply in the month of March
True.
beginning. Now the OPEC and others have got to a pact where they are bumping up the price of oil. Oil is already trading between $80 and $85. So therefore, there is going to be no respite. In fact, whatever you gained in fuel prices, again it will bump up. In case of Europe, they are celebrating because the winter is over, and in the winter was relatively mild, and gas prices were much lower than what they feared it would be. But even there, what has happened is petrol prices or fuel oil prices have gone up. Therefore, even eurozone inflation will become sticky. Where is the advantage for America in the
Hmm.
long term, in the medium term?
Hmm.
America has a good immigration policy. Whenever it wants, we have seen the crowd outside USIS. It can open the tap and a lot of people are willing to
Correct.
run.
Correct.
If you talk about an average Indian kid, you say, I'll give you a US visa, I'll give you a German visa. Which will you take? You will promptly take the
Yes. Yes.
American visa. So, America, England, and Germany are the order. It's primarily because we know English and we have no clue of German language. Therefore, we are America is more immigration friendly. As Germany's population, UK's population begins to decline, you are going to have more
And yes, and UK also has a strong resistance to immigration.
immigration, and Germany also has a very strong resistance to immigration. For all his bluster, Donald Trump could not push his inflation anti-immigration policy through. So more and more and America attracts high quality talent.
Very true.
H1B visas, they have high quality talent. You don't, Germany doesn't acquire such high quality talent from outside. There are no big German colonies which speak German who are willing to queue
No.
up. There are more willing people to queuing up in France than in Germany.
True.
But even in France, National Front has become very popular because it's anti-immigrant. So if at all this trade works out, this trade will work out for 1 or 2 years. For a long-term investor, it makes no sense at this point of time to dump the dollar. If dollar becomes cheap, it's good to buy dollar.
Okay. So, as a currency trader, what would you advise?
No, I am not a trader, so I don't know.
I know that. I'm just saying hypothetically. If
As
you're
a currency trader,
George Soros's,
George Soros is a very short-term trader. If in the next 3 months he
there are a lot of
sees,
speculators out there who watch you. So
no,
I'm
no,
just asking.
if it in 3 months, we have to watch and wait till May. In May, if he goes up 0.25 and inflation does not get sticky, the Fed will continue to increase rates to 6. If Fed goes to 6, this trade will not work out.
Correct.
See, unless you are very sure, you cannot enter a trade.
So your advice would be to wait till what?
You have to be. I do agree the dollar has strengthened, and China and Russia are buying gold. That's why gold, in spite of interest rates in America being so high, dollar has almost come to an all-time. Gold has come to an all-time high in dollar terms because three countries, China, Russia, and Turkey, are aggressively buying gold, as I explained in one of
Yes.
my topics. So, what is happening is there is a two-way pull. One is the belief that America will not increase interest rates, but nothing for Jerome Powell has said
Said indicates that.
indicates that. But like Hank Paulson said, and like a lot of people think, that if the rates keep going up, small regional banks in America will be in serious trouble. That is the reason of this trade. I am not an expert in
Currency.
American banks, so I do not know how many small banks there are. I don't have an idea of their finances. This trade is possible only if somebody has gone and looked at all these small regional banks and knows their balance sheet and thinks that if the rates go up by 1%,
Another two banks will
another
collapse.
4 or 5 banks will fall. And if 4 or 5 banks fall, the Fed cannot increase interest rates. That is the premise of this trade. But if the banks don't fall and he is able to do another 0.25, another 0.5
You will
without,
end up holding the short straw.
you will be holding the short straw. The idea is if you want to do this trade, you should know the
What's happening in the
American regional banks,
regional banks,
not the
small
big banks.
Yes, understood.
And you should know which are sinking. But I am trawling the social media for this information. There was a First Republic Bank, but everybody got together and bailed it out by putting money.
That's also you cannot say because the bank looks like it's going to collapse.
If the bank collapses, if First Republic fails, this trade will work.
True.
So if a couple of banks sink, this trade is right. But if the Fed and other big nine American banks manage to bail out those banks, then this trade will not work.
Interesting. Anyway, I hope you guys found this topic interesting about what's happening with the US dollar strengthening and Eurozone being said to be strengthening and how it's going to affect and weaken the dollar. And the bull run is over for the dollar. Anand says we have to wait and watch, that we should not be quick to judge because there's too many unknowns still and uncertainties in the market, and it's very hard to predict which way the wind is going to blow. So, if you're trading in currencies, Anand's advice for short term is let's wait and watch.
Thank you for watching BRIDGE. If you like the content, hit the like button of this video and subscribe to our channel. Do not forget to turn on the bell notification. If you do not turn on the bell notification, you will not be notified every time we put out a video. Once again, I thank you for your support for BRIDGE. By now, everyone knows that the next location for our event is Singapore. I had not given great clarity on the date, time, and the place where the event would take place. We have now finalized everything about the event. The event is taking place at 4 p.m. on the 29th of April, Saturday, at Holiday Inn. There are several Holiday Inns in Singapore. Which Holiday Inn? We are meeting at Holiday Inn Singapore, Atrium, ANIHG. It's hotel, and it is at 317 Outram Road, Singapore 169075. Once again, I tell you, Holiday Inn Atrium. And my team will be pleased to help you. We have given a WhatsApp number below and we have given you an email ID. If you contact us, my team would help you. Thank you for watching BRIDGE. It's a great privilege and honor that so many of you in thousands have subscribed to my channel and have supported me. I have written 2 books in English, The Alchemy of Money and Ordinary Stocks, Extraordinary Profits. These books are published by us and are ready. If you want to procure a copy, send us a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would respond to you. If you want an Amazon Kindle copy, you can click the link below. Finally, those who wish to consult with me can send a mail to bricheenglish@gmail.com. Once again, I thank you for your support. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification.